As the Minister of Small Business, I know how important sustainability is for the viability of small businesses across our country. La durabilité est tellement importante pour nos petites entreprises, especially since our small businesses aren't small. They make up 98% of all businesses in Canada, and they employ 10 million hardworking Canadians. So when there are economic challenges, they feel it. Just ask small business owners across Atlantic Canada how they felt when Hurricane Fiona struck in 2022, or those out in BC, where this past summer was the most destructive and expensive wildfire season on record. I'm sure all of you remember the vivid images we saw all over social media. I was just in Vancouver during Small Business Week, and I heard firsthand how these wildfires have had lasting impacts on businesses during what's usually a very busy summer travel season for them. And that is why fighting climate change is so important, and we cannot do it alone. It is going to take all of us in this room collectively to be able to do that. Small businesses themselves are also at the forefront of building a more sustainable economy, and we are here to support them. Our government invested $600 million through the Business Development Bank to grow Canada's clean technology industries and create jobs. We also invested $50 million in the Venture Capital Catalyst Initiative to leverage private funding and scale up high-potential clean technology startups across the country. Ces actions garantissent que nos petites entreprises peuvent faire face aux défis qui pourraient résulter du changement climatique. We must also ensure that all small businesses and all Canadians are given a fair shot. When we build an economy that works for everyone, we are contributing to a more sustainable future. That's why inclusivity is at the core of our government strategy to support small businesses. Both Minister Suds and I are leading major efforts to ensure that as Canadian entrepreneurs enter this space, they are a reflection of who we are as a society. For example, despite representing half of the population, right? Women only are 17% of small and medium-sized businesses in Canada. And so in 2018, we decided to change that. We launched the Women Entrepreneurship Strategy, or WES, a $7 billion investment and the first program of its kind in Canada's history. We know through studies that advancing gender equality and supporting women could add $150 billion to the GDP. So as the Prime Minister said, supporting women isn't just the right thing to do, it's the smart thing to do. And WES has been such a huge contributor to that success. To date, our investment has helped 22,000 women entrepreneurs from coast to coast to coast. And as I've traveled during Small Business Month in October, I've met countless women who have just shown extreme gratitude for our focus and our dedication to invest in them. We've also created the Black Entrepreneurship Program and the world's first ever 2S LGBTQI+ program. By supporting everyone, nous contribuerons à la croissance d'une économie plus durable et plus inclusive. This is encouraging, but we know that we only have just gotten started. These programs will continue for years into the future and will continue to have transformative effects on how Canadians from underrepresented groups think about entrepreneurship and whether they want to start their own business. And hopefully, when they are making that fateful decision, the other many initiatives being led across our government will encourage them to undertake that new business sustainably. I've always been proud of my Filipino heritage and my experience starting and running my own business. With my last business, my goal was to create a cafe where all my ingredients were supplied from local suppliers, were green and sustainable. And you know, being an entrepreneur, it has given me such a unique perspective, and I remember the challenges I faced vividly. Sustainability is so important for small businesses and even more so for those that are run by underrepresented communities. So it is an imperative that we absolutely lead the way. So thank you very much, and I do hope everyone has a productive day at this forum. And the last thing I'll say is this is day 2. It's the last day in this forum. You've heard from a lot of people. You've been networking today. Each one of you are going to take incredible ideas from this forum. Let those ideas be a spark in each of you across all of your industries so that you can take that back wherever you are and continue to advocate and fight for our future and a fight for future generations to come. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for your time. Merci beaucoup.